What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today we got a 2003 Toyota Camry, but all the Camrys all the way up to 2008, they're all the same. And we're gonna replace the gasket. We have a small leak right here, so we're gonna change the valve cover gasket. This is the gasket we have. There's a part number right there, Bacardi, and it does come with the spark plug bore grommets. So we're gonna completely dismantle this whole upper end of the engine and remove the valve cover, and we're gonna replace a new gasket. So we have two bolts on top of this plastic cover, one right there and one over here. And then you got two little plastic grommets here, one here, one there, and the whole cover just lifts up. You just yank the whole thing up and it should just come right up. Just like that. And then down here we got a whole bunch of coils, ignition coils, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect all four, and also we're gonna remove this 10. So to pull out these coils, you squeeze on the tab here and pull out on the connector, and there you go. He did it really fast, all four, and that's the farthest it's gonna go. Just remove this 10 here and we should have much more clearance, just like that. That's all we need. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the 4 bolts on the ignition coils. And you should be able to pull out all 4 ignition coils. And if you see oil in any of the coils, that's another sign. Like this one doesn't have no oil. It does have oil. Let me see. Let me bring it back. So it does have a little bit of oil here and there. That's a sign your ignition, your valve cover is leaking internally. That one also has oil a little bit, a tiny bit. Usually when it's bad, they'll be submerged in. That one has a little bit too. So all of them are leaking a little. I can see it in there. And there you go. So pretty much the valve cover is also leaking internally on all of them. So we're gonna take off the 2 center bolts, one, and then the one over here. They're the longest one, so make sure you keep them in order. And they do have a small little washer on it. Make sure you don't drop nothing inside the block. And we're gonna remove all the bolts, the nuts, and there's some in the back end, and also that little pin right there for the little bracket holding the harness. Let's take these off. Let's put them up here. That little guy comes out. This little guy comes out. You're gonna remove this little valve at the pipe over here. Just be careful with this pipe because they'd stiffen up and then they'll crack. A few bolts on this side. In the back. You're also gonna have to remove this pipe over here. That pipe also gets hard just like this one and it will crack up. And just remove that clamp and pull off the hose just like that. He was able to just yank it off. The clamp is pretty weak. And you have a few more back here. Okay, let's take off this pipe also. What are we doing there? Take it clean off. Alright, yeah. Or you can just remove that number 10 right there. This is gonna help you move the harness and give you more clearance. And let's remove this. You're gonna need a clamp, clip from over here. That's it. Should be good enough. You don't need to take the rest of the harness. If you want to take all this off, the crank sensor, the cables for the alternator, then you can lift up the whole thing. You have to go all the way down to the AC compressor. But this should be more than enough. Just get help from somebody and we should be able to put on the valve cover. All right, let's take this off. All right, so get a needle nose and take off this little clamp here. And sometimes the clamp won't come off, so just pull the pipe with it, because it's swollen at the neck. There you go. Alright, so everything is loose. This valve cover should just lift right up. So let me help him. I'm gonna hold this and you lift it up. There you go. So it has to go straight up due to these little studs here. It's hot. Get it ragged. Alright, there you go. The whole thing has come up, and usually you will have a large leak, and look at that, the whole gasket just fell apart. So he's gonna take out the gasket, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this really good so you don't have to go crazy. All right, I just want to show you. You see this tap of little sealer here? This is a sealer for the timing cover, so it's very important you put another one, right, like a small little piece of silicone or a Honda bond, anything that's good for the timing cover over here. So because we are gonna scrape this off with the blade, same thing over here. And those are the only two spots that needs a little bit of a tap of sealer. And no oil in the plug, so that's a good thing. So we'll clean all this bores here and clean all around. So once it's clean, just use a rag. Try not to get all the dirt in there. Try to push it outward, and that should do it. All right, so he's gonna take his time cleaning the whole thing. And we're gonna just show you how to splice this off a little bit. Don't let it drop inside. And you see how he's cleaning that? He's gonna clean the whole thing. But let's take this piece off right now. There you go. All right, just push it out so it doesn't go inside the block. Same thing for the back one, just splice it outward. And I'm gonna give him his time so he can clean the whole thing, and we'll come back once he's all done. Also, you can spray some brake cleaner on a rag and wipe it once everything is out of the way. All right, so we got a Honda bond here. Let's look at this. This is something you can pick up from Honda. This is really, really good. All right, for the timing cover gasket. So we're gonna put a tap here. And same thing on the opposite side. That should be good enough right there. That's all you need. Small little chunk right there. Right there and here, because that's where the splice is for the timing cover. All right, next we're gonna open up this guy. And let me just explain to you while he opens up the gasket. So everything is clean all around. It's nice and clean. And also, don't forget to clean the whole bore of the the valve cover here. Same thing with the grommet area right here. This is where the two bolts goes through. That's got to be clean too, so everything can sit flush. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the gasket. The gasket only goes one way, all right? So you're gonna have to figure out. You see the opening on that side. And just line your grommets. Alright, so make sure you guide the whole gasket right through, all around, and it's nice and even. All right, so push down here a little bit.
Just move it.
Okay, that's good, looks good. So now we're gonna have to put this onto the block. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this, one second, we're gonna put this cover in like this and guide it right through these little studs here and push that away. And make sure your gasket does not fall down, because if it falls down, then you're gonna have to restart all over. Look underneath it so it looks good. Make sure your grommet for the spark plug burst does not fall down. Okay, you can even see the grommets from here. Perfect. Make sure you check your whole seals on the back. And if everything looks good, we're gonna put the bolts in. Alright, now it's time to put everything back together. So he wants to put the little bracket right there back in first, because he doesn't want that harness bothering him. So to tighten this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put bolt here and a bolt there, the two big bolts, and that's gonna okay. So we're gonna take the two bolts in the center first, snug them, and then everything's gonna be hand tightened. You could torque these to around like 30 foot-pound, 33 foot-pound, but these bolts seems to be too small. That's what the computer says, and we don't want to break anything, so we're gonna do it by hand because we're used to this. But make sure you crisscross them when you're tightening, because if you tighten them straight in, your gasket is not gonna be flush. Okay, so make sure you tighten them and work your way out. All right, so we're gonna get all the nuts and bolts in. So one there, nut goes here, bolt goes here, nut goes here, and then same thing in the back. Whatever you took off, you put back together. Okay, now it's time to tighten. So we're gonna tighten the two bolts in the center, hand tight. So now what we're gonna do is, we tighten this by mistake, so this is loose. We're gonna snug this bolt so the gasket can run this way, and then we're gonna do the same thing that way, and the outer bolts will be last. Looks good. Alright, so this half is done, and now we're gonna just work on the other end. Same thing, work your way that way. And after this, we're gonna put the ignition coils in. And what I like to do is let the car run for a little bit, but you have to give it a couple of hours so the Honda bond can dry up. And once the Honda bond dries up, let the car run. Once everything's completed, let the car run. Once it heats up, the gasket is gonna get soft. Just give it another snug to all the bolts, and that should take care of it. So this is done, and we're gonna put the ignition coils back in next. Ignition coils have a little bit of oil. Just wipe them down if your coils have oil in it. If you have a lot of oil in the bores, what you need to do is clean up, pull out the spark plugs, clean them up too, and put them back in. Alright, so the ignition coils have a little bit of oil in it. Wipe them down. We already cleaned the bores inside. And stick that in. Do same thing for all ignition coils. And there goes the last one. And now you can take your connectors and the bolts and lock up the ignition coils. And then you lock up the 4 bolts. Hand tight. That's it. That's 3. And then 4. Alright, so we have a vacuum pipe left here. Put the clamp on. And we got one more vacuum pipe on this side right here. So while he's putting that, I'm gonna stick this one in. There you go. Perfect. And then you put your cover on and put the 2 number 10mm nuts on it, and that's it, you're done.